Hey everyone, this is Natural Prepper coming at you with another video. Today's the day after Thanksgiving and we're about a month off from Christmas, so I wanted to show you some of the new knives in stock at Walmart. Some of these are only available online, and some of these I've had a while and I didn't bring down all the accessories. They might have come with a screwdriver set or a little keychain or something like that, maybe a AAA flashlight. This first one here, I really like this knife. Ozark Trail, it does have a kind of a cheap sound to it. I think it's probably hollow in there, but I do like the look of the knife. It locks up really tight. It is a liner lock. It's not exceptionally sharp on the liner. Some of the ones I'm going to show you today are. They're really uncomfortable to use. This one's not all that bad. It's a liner lock. It's an open back design. Tip down pocket clip. I like this knife. I like the way it looks. I like the way it functions. Not had any issues with it. Carried it a little bit. This one is an Ozark Trail multi-tool. It came with this knife and I think maybe a screwdriver set or something came with it. A keychain. Can't remember. I haven't carried this a lot. I have used it to, open bottles and stuff. Has a serrated knife blade, a file, a couple flathead screwdrivers there, a little awl, combination can opener, bottle opener, straight blade knife, Phillips head screwdriver. It does have a pocket clip. It does have a case as well, and it also has some, the pliers and the wire cutter and all that. One thing I don't like about this, there's two main things I don't like about this multi-tool. And it's common with multi-tools. When it's folded up, it's not folded up in a way that is super easy to use. Some multi-tools, they'll fold up and the knife will stick out at the bottom so that you can use it once it's folded up. This knife, when folded, will always be at the top. The other one on the other side will always be at the top. So it's not as easy to use. The other thing I don't like is this multi-tool has a lot of tools there, but none of them lock. So they're just kind of locked into place by force, but there's no locking mechanism on it. But for the price, I think this was maybe $15. Wasn't bad. Came with a couple other things, like I said. Another one I want to talk about right over here. I really like this set. This also, I believe, came with something. Might not have. But I like the profile of these knives. We got this one, and then we have this one, kind of like a drop point. Then this one. These are rubber-coated handles. The handles are amazing to hold. There's a little bit of jimping on the back of the blade. These are, again, tip-down carry, but they're a little bit deeper. Deeper with the pocket clip. The thing I don't like about these are a little bit sharp right there, and very uncomfortable to actually close. But they do close. They flick open okay, and they're decent knives. They lock up super solid. I've not had any issues with any of them. So that might be something else to consider. We have this one here. This is a fixed blade. Again, Chinese mystery steel. It does have a nice liner in the sheath to prevent the blade from poking through. I think previous versions of this knife did not have that. It fits well in the sheath. It's sturdy in there. It's safe. It's not going to come out and fly out of the sheath while you're walking the trail or anything. It's a nice knife. I like the blade size. It's small. So this would be a good backup fixed blade or something. It doesn't have any jimping and the handle is rather smooth. That's my only complaint about it. I've been wanting to try one of this. This is the shaft lock knife available at Ozark Trail. Styled after a lot of Benchmade knives. I've heard that comparison. I just opened this about 10 minutes ago. It feels sturdy in your hand. It is tip up carry. Very deep pocket clip. You're able to remove that pocket clip, but it is only tip up carry. and it's only right hand tip up carry. The thing I like about it is there's this little cutout back here, so you can run your stuff through. You can see how thick the liner is. Excuse me, not liner. Well, I guess it is a liner, but it's not liner lock. Uh, but it has a really good lockup mechanism. It is. I cannot get any play out of that blade, side to side, up and down. I like the blade shape with the false wedge. Closes up real good. And this is only $6. You know, I understand maybe for a gift you want to give someone a $100 knife, $200 knife, $600 knife. That's not what these knives are intended to be. These knives are, you know, at the bottom end of the price range for acceptable knives. I think these are all probably a step above a gas station knife. But these are cheap knives, mass produced. Quality control's not always the best. Some of them are kind of hit and miss on different, you know, finishing they have. But they're all great for the money. You know, 15 bucks for 3 knives, you're not going to beat that. You know, a full tang fixed blade for $6, you're not going to beat that. What Walmart knives are good for? They're good for gift giving. They're good for everyday carry. If you're going into some place where your knife might be lost or confiscated. They're also really nice if you forget your knife. Some people, you know, out running chores, running errands, and they forget their knife at home. Well, you can stop at Walmart and get some knives. The other set I wanted to talk about today, I just picked up yesterday as well, is this set. This is called the 5-piece combo set, and it has the AAA flashlight. It's got some sort of keychain here that has a metric measure. So if you're ever curious how many millimeters something is, it tells you. It has a pretty useless saw, and the saw also is pretty aggressive, and I don't know that I would even carry this in my pocket. It's going to rip up your pocket pretty quick. It does have a kind of a Phillips screwdriver there, if we can zoom in on it, maybe. It also has a flathead screwdriver over here. It's got a bottle opener. It has, I think this is supposed to be a can opener maybe here. I'm not sure what this is. It does have some wrenches and this thing, which I think helps you find your way somehow. I'm never clear on these. It says it's 11 functions, doesn't tell you what those functions are. But the knives. Cute little white knife, does not lock. It is, you know, a very light knife. It opens up good. It will flick if you give it a little action behind it. But it doesn't lock. That's the only problem I have with that knife. The other 2 knives are wonderful. They are both assisted opening. This set was $15 for the 5-piece set. And you get 2 assisted opening knives, a small non-locking knife, the flashlight, and the keychain. So this one is kind of like a modified cleaver, or almost like a sheep's foot, maybe. Not really. More like a cleaver. But it closes up. They open up very well. And they are liner lock. They don't hurt to close. But they're nice knives. I really like this one. I like the yellow one a lot. Yellow is a good color to carry when I walk in the woods, when I'm doing anything in the woods, out on the trail. Yellow's hard to lose. These also have the kind of cutout so you can put a lanyard on them a little easier. And snicks right open. So just to give you guys an idea, you know, all these knives on the table cost maybe $45, $50. And you know, I have a multi-tool, 7, 8 knives, plus a fixed blade, all for about 50 bucks. So that's not a bad deal at all. So if you want to pick some of these up, they all get my seal of approval with the caveats that I mentioned in the video. Your non-locking tools on the multi-tool. It also is not oriented for like long-term use or anything. The implements are on the opposite side that they need to be. We have the shaft lock knife, which I really like. The fixed blade. We have this set with the rubberized handles. They kind of come in a baby blue, a gray, and a red. It's a very nice set. And then we have this one, which is the non-locking little white knife. And then 2 assisted opening knives that I have no issues with. The keychain and the AAA flashlight. So go out and get you some stuff for Christmas, guys. Have a good day.